yours truly, Triple G, finally coming at you live with a guitar video, actually. Been a somewhat of an unwanted hiatus that I had to take. One, I've been just incredibly busy with the day job. A lot of people ask me, hey, what do you do for a living where you can just buy everything you want? Number one, I can't buy everything I want because I am not that well off. Number two, I am able to afford a few things only because I work my ass off, and that's just that. And for that reason, I've been very busy. As well as some of you may know, I've uploaded a video a couple months back after my injury where I had a road cycling accident. I tore my face apart. I had to get 150 stitches to put things back together. If you look closely, which you can through a video, I don't look same as I did before, which I jokingly say I just don't look as sexy as I used to. Yeah. Well, apparently my sense of humor hasn't gotten better either. Anyhow, also as you've seen, that didn't quite, time off from YouTube didn't quite mean that my playing skills have improved either. But again, you did not come to my channel for exact how to play XYZ song, you know, whatever. This is just where we hang, we talk shit, we talk gear, whatever. Anyhow, so today I am bringing you a guitar. It's made by an outfit called the Legator, located here in beautiful Southern California. Actually, just right down the street from where I live. It's a model called the Ninja. It is a 6-string version, and we'll talk a little bit about this. So about a year ago, maybe a little bit more than that, I actually did do another Legator Ninja guitar video at the time. That was a loaner, and had a satin finish. Looked actually very much like this. It had a satin, kind of a purple look. It did have a reverse headstock, and I did borrow that guitar, which I also put a disclaimer out when I did that particular video, because you know, I always tell you guys, I try to tell you opinion from a just regular Joe Schmo, buying a guitar from a store, just kind of what I think about. You know, it's not a professional musician's point of view. God only knows I'm not good enough for that. And, you know, I'm not one of those guys that call up manufacturer and beg for a guitar to be sent so I can, you know, put out videos with free gear. I don't do that. So I always want my videos to come off from someone who actually paid for the guitar. But I did do a disclaimer for that guitar because that was borrowed from Legator. However, this particular guitar, I actually bought this with my own money. I did buy it directly from Legator, even though they are available through their direct store and Red Dragon Guitar, and as well as Sam Ash store in Hollywood, California. But I did buy this directly from their showroom. I did have, you know, my pick for whatever I could get. I wanted to stay away from 7-string because I can barely play the 6. I can't even play the 4 strings on the bass. So, so I did want a 6-string. I did not want a Floyd Rose for just ease of maintenance, and whenever I want to, you know, tune differently, I wanted that flexibility. And you know, call me old-fashioned or whatever. One of the things that I did not like about the Legator that was a loaner was it had a reverse headstock. Now, a lot of people get off on that. You know, a lot of people love reverse headstock, the way they look and the way the lower strings reverberate better with the longer string hanging off of a headstock and all that stuff. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of the reverse headstock. I'm just not that into it. So one of the criteria when I was picking this guitar out was that it had to have a regular headstock. And I actually dig the way this headstock looks. It's not as angular and pointy as a Jackson or ESP. there's a reasonable amount of originality here. It's a simple and it's elegant. I think it looks nice. The guitar is a super shredder, super strat kind of appearance. Let's take a close-up look, shall we? So there you have your headstock, and the flamed maple carries over to the headstock, as you can see. Does not have a locking tuner or anything of that sort, but as you can see, it has a 5-piece neck, and it is a complete neck-through construction, which I will go over in a minute. And then mahogany body. The 5-piece neck right here is a maple and walnut, and the flamed maple, the natural finish on this guitar, obviously will not carry over very well through a video, but it is a beautiful maple top. And if you look up close and personal, it's very 3D like. As I move the body around, the angle where in which way that I'm looking at the top, the flame maple shows up very well. And the ebony fretboard, that kind of rounds out the spec. The pickups are Legator in-house, their own brand of pickups. Alnico 16K plus output. One of the beef that I had with the loaner was that I thought at the time it could have done with better pickups. I don't know if over the years my ears have changed. I don't know, but these pickups sound great actually. Even inclined to say I'm not going to go through the trouble of swapping out the pickups, because the neck pickup is smooth, it's buttery, it's warm, it's very articulate. The neck pickup has just enough bite to be versatile enough, in my opinion. You could swing one way or to the other, to like a softer stuff, all the way to like super hard, aggressive rock where you need a bite. So here, earlier you heard the neck pickup. Now let's go listen to the bridge pickup. Alright, so we're back. Again, let's not make fun of the playing skills, because God only knows that's not why I'm here. So the common misnomer, I want to say, is that Legator only makes guitars that's suitable for one genre. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Yes, their roster of the endorsed artists make up a lot of younger generation metal players, ones that could really take advantage of the way the guitar is built, like the 7 strings and 8 strings, extended range, their baritones, gent. So even though that's where a lot of their endorsed artists are, they do make guitars that's not a Ninja. They have a model called Opus, which I think is the take on traditional single cut look. And then there's, I may have this reversed by the way. So they have Opus line of guitars and LEO line of guitars. So one is kind of like a single cut, the other is like the old bolt-on Stratty and Telly kind of look guitars with their unique design of headstocks. So anyhow, today we are talking about Ninja, and yeah, it is a shredder, and yes, it is very aggressive looking with the headstock looking like this, with the higher access to the frets over here. So while you could easily consider this to be your traditional traditional metal shredder kind of guitar. It is, I want to say that the guitar is extremely versatile. You know, when you grab a guitar, you kind of get that feeling, right? This is why you go buy a guitar from a guitar store. You go, you put it on your lap, you kind of noodle around a bit. You kind of get comfortable with certain guitars. You know, it just fits in your hand. The way it feels in your hands, you know, that's nice. I told you guys many times before, I only buy guitars that I like. So all the videos that I make, I will always say, yes, I like this guitar, because it's afterthought. I bought it because I liked it. And same goes with this. What was remarkable to me at the time when the first Legator video that I made came out, I was really impressed with the neck. Not only is satin finish, because you know they don't paint the neck, but it's not just like any other company's unfinished neck. It is just very smooth, and the profile, the way it fits my hand. I don't have a very long finger. I don't have a big hand, so you know I guess it might be just my personal preference, but I think a lot of people may share the same feel. But it just feels very comfortable, and the profile of this guitar, even though the meat of the guitar, where the middle part is traditional width, it is very light, thin towards the edge. So think of like Ibanez Sabre and Ibanez S-Series guitars. It's not that thin, however, it tapers off as it rolls off as it goes to the edge. And you can see the construction with where the mahogany gets separated from maple top there. The way guitar feels, it just feels fantastic. It's not heavy, it's not light like a flimsy type of guitar. It feels solid in hand, and yet it's very, I'll put it to you this way, it's very welcoming, it's very inviting. I will have it, you know, stand on a guitar stand like this, and I'll just look at it and go, hey, I want to play that. And then I just grab it. It's been actually a go-to guitar for the last couple months because I have it out all the time. Now, I live in an area where the temperature swings pretty big. I could have a 30-degree morning and then go to an 85-degree afternoon. So, when the weather swings like that, the wood will react, and you know you would see the neck kind of reacting to the temperature change. It's bending one way or another. Because it is a 5-piece neck, it is a very, very strong neck, and I don't see, just as you would read on a tech spec sheet, the neck will not go one way or another drastically, even with a temperature change. Which is why it's easier for me to just leave this guitar out and not having to worry about the neck warping one way or another. So it's just been a pleasure to have this guitar around. The tone, you know, obviously the YouTube compression and everything, coupled with my horrific playing, it probably isn't a good demo of what the guitar sounds like, but as it is, in stock form, without changing out the pickups or whatnot. Like I said earlier, the neck pickup sound, when you have it on the neck pickup, it sounds very warm, inviting, and just very round. And with the bridge, when you attack, it has so much growl and bite, and yet it's not, you know, harsh. And you know, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a master in, you know, dialing in the tone as you would with like Ola or Keith or Fluff or, you know, any of those guys. I mean, those guys are great at what they do. I can't even get anywhere near those guys, so my tone sample may not be as great. But, you know, with my untrained ears, when I'm just noodling around in the house and just kind of messing around, it just sounds so good. It sounds organic. It sounds pleasant to the ears. Of course, I could screw that up by jacking up the gain and, you know, scooping down the mid and all that shit. but it sounds just really great. Made in a Korean factory, as their 300 series would be all made out of. Just pleasantly surprised, and guitar is very, very nice to have. And as you guys know, I got a bunch of Jacksons, I got a bunch of Ibanez's, and I guess this guitar would kind of sit within that that range with those guys, like the Jackson Dinkies and Ibanez R series, you know, things like that. But I tell you what, I mean, the guitar is just really pleasant. It just feels good in the hand, and it just sounds good to the ears. And at the end of the day, no matter what the guitar costs, where it's made, isn't that what it's all about? It feels nice and it sounds good. I think this guitar, you know, embodies that mantra. So that's kind of what I want to leave this guitar video at. You know, coming soon, I just recently got this little guy right here. It's the Tech 21's Fly Rig Rich Kotzen model. This thing sounds fucking amazing. So I wish I could do this thing justice with the video, but anyhow, this thing is fucking killer. It sounds so good. So I will come back with that video. I still need to bring you over 24 videos with all the shit that I have accumulated while I was not coming on to YouTube. Do appreciate all of you checking in, saying hi, asking me how I'm doing. Couple of jackasses that always leave nasty comments. You can go fuck yourself. I don't really give a shit. If there are 2 people, 3 people that enjoy what I'm putting out, that's good enough for me. That's all I care about. So there you go. That is the semi-return of Triple G before year 2015 is over, and I promise I'll be back soon again. Until next time, you guys all take care. Keep the faith.